Hey, what's happening? This is Jerry over at Wealth Dynamics coming to you live. I wanted to give you a really quick video today on how to choose a financial advisor. And the reason I wanted to send you this video is financial advice is something that most people are going to pick a person for at some point in their lives. Okay, so I used to be a traditional financial advisor. If you don't know me right now, I own a company called Wealth Dynamics. And so we help people with wealth creation. But I used to be a Dave Ramsey financial advisor because I'd sit down with people and I'd talk about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, retirement accounts, Roth IRAs, all of that stuff, right? And most Americans at some point, they're going to pick somebody for that. They're going to sit down with somebody and have that conversation. Now, the average person is going to make that decision based on the wrong statistics. Now you're like, Jerry, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by statistics? You're looking for things like, do they go to school with my kids? Do I know them from church? How many of my friends work with them? Do my parents recommend them? Now, none of those have anything to do with financial success. Okay, like think about if you applied that concept to another area of life. Okay, would you buy a house from somebody just because the people that live in the house have kids that go to school with your kids? No, you would buy the house because you liked it. You'd have no care of whether or not your kids went to school with theirs or if they went to your church. You're looking for a thing, okay? And that thing is what you're going to be focused on. So with financial advisors, I'm going to give you guys some things you need to look at. There's 4 or 5 different groups. You got your brokers, your insurance agents, you've got your fee-based financial planners, you've got your asset managers. Now, all of them have their own unique thing that they're going to do, but the main problem with those options is that those individuals are selling you a product. Okay, they're not selling you a strategy and an overall formula to create wealth. They're selling you a product. And statistically, the product they're selling doesn't work. Okay, now I'm not saying it never works. I'm saying statistically, right now, when you look at the numbers, 1 in 4 retirees is having to postpone at age 60. Okay, that means 25% of the people they work with aren't actually making retirement happen. The average retiree is going to run out of money within 10 to 15 years. That's a statistic. Okay, the average person at age 65 has less than $30,000 in their retirement account. That's about 65% of retirees right now. Okay, so those are the numbers that are showing when people do it this way, this is how it's panning out. Based on those numbers, my assumption would be, based on the data, the strategy being employed doesn't work. Now, the strategy being used is that of the asset manager, the financial planner, the broker, and the insurance guy. Okay, so when you're picking a financial advisor, here's the first thing you need to know. Doesn't have anything to do with their title. Okay, the first thing you need to know is, does this person understand my purpose? Okay, of course I want to be wealthy. Of course I want to invest. Of course I want to retire. But do they understand my purpose? Do they know my why? Okay, do they know the reason why I'm going to do these things, the reasons why I want to, and do they know the reason why behind that reason? Okay, so do they know your purpose? Secondarily, once they know your purpose, do they know what wealth looks like for you? Okay, so if they're pitching you a portfolio and they don't even know what you're trying to accomplish yet, you already know that it's not something that's going to help you. Okay, wealth for me means abundance and prosperity in all areas of life. So when I'm working with a client and I'm sitting down with them, the first thing I'm finding out after I've learned their purpose is I'm actually finding out, what is every single area going to look like in your life when you decide you're going to be financially free? Okay, what is every single area going to look like? And based on that, how much money do you need to make that happen? Okay, now we can talk about freedom. Now we can talk about, the actual amount of passive income. Now, the other main difference when you're picking a financial professional, an advisor, a wealth coach, whatever you want to call it, are they focused on building you a nest egg, or are they focused on building you some cash flow? Okay, if they're focused on building you a nest egg, it means that there's 2 very important things, I'd say 3 very important things they don't understand: fees, taxes, and inflation. Okay, if I'm just going to get you a giant pile of money, I don't understand that you're paying fees on that money, which is going to erode that money. You're paying taxes on that money, which is also going to erode that money. And you have inflation eating away at that money, which is also going to erode that money. And ultimately, it's going to put you at risk of running out. So instead, I'm focused on cash flow. Okay, I'm going to look at how much passive income do you need per month in order to make all these things real for you. and how many assets do you need to buy that produce that passive income in order to accomplish that. Okay, so what I want to do here, if you're watching this video and you're like, man, this makes a lot of sense, I'm going to go ahead and post a video or a link. Sorry, I'm going to post a link in the description here that you can actually go into, and you can take a free wealth creation formula from my company. We're going to put it together for you. And basically what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be helping you put together an entire plan based on your numbers, okay, based on what you're trying to accomplish. And that way you can actually get all of that first before you ever even work with us. We don't charge for that. Most people are going to. So the wealth creation formula is going to literally give you a free financial plan for you to log into, to have it put together by our team. You'll get access to it. And then from there, you can decide, all right, here's my numbers. What do I want to do? Do I want to work with Wealth Dynamics? Do I want to look at something else? What are my options at that point? So that's going to be free in the description. If you're watching this and you're interested, go ahead and check that out.